Well, good evening, racing fans. Welcome to racing action from Flamboro Downs for this Thursday evening. Our first race will go to post in approximately 15 minutes. Let's get a look at the changes on this evening's card. And note in race number one, number six Ramiro is changing open bridle to blinkers. Open to blinkers, number six Ramiro in the first. Fans note a correction. There are no changes in race number one. Disregard the equipment change. No changes, race number one. Also, no changes, races two or three. No changes, races two or three. In race number four, number two, Southwind Caesar is scratched. Race four, scratch number two, Southwind Caesar. In race number five, note that number one, he's got Swagger, driver to be announced. Race 5-1, TBA. Race number six has no changes. No changes, race six. In race number seven, number two, Final Dream, changing blinkers to side roll. That is blinkers to side rolls. And number three, Belvedere Jessica, has an equipment change. Race, the changes side rolls to blinkers, side rolls to blinkers. Race 8, no changes. No changes, race 8. And race number 9, number 6, Senior Advisor, changing open bridle to blinkers, open to blinkers. And note that number 7 did not race. No missing line for number 7, Manhattan Joe. Note that the race is for that evening canceled. Fans note we have a driver change in race number 5, 1. He's got swagger Travis Henry. Race 5, 1. He's got swagger Travis Henry will drive. Dawn Post Grade 1 Marcus Downridge, Paul McKenzie for Stephen Charlton. Number 2 is Jam Celebrity Jay Harris for Steve Watson. Number 3 is Ram Damian McClellan for Corey Fuller and Jim Wilson. Number 4 Seasonal Phil Houdon for Camila Cristoforo. And number 5 is Frankenspeed Chris Johnson drives and trains and owns. 6 Ramiro Dag Hendrickson drives and trains. And number 7 is Delta Rose George Catchrose for Peter Albrecht. 8 is Annabella Bianco Brett Madonna for Ron McDonald. And number 9 is Fire the Rocket, Travis Culliver, Jody Cullen, and Don McRae. Field of 9, race number 1. The starting gate is rolling for race number 1. Marcus Downridge, Jam Celebrity, and Ram. On the inside, in the center, Seasonal and Frankenspeed. The outside, Ramiro Delta Rose and Annabella Bianco. And the second tier is Fire the Rocket. Field of 9 for race number 1. First race trotters in the stretch. Here they come. there at the start of the rough, and Ramiro will leave with Marcus Downridge on the inside, and Ram and Elemelo Bianco as the field drives around that first turn. Marcus Downridge, though, uses the post one advantage to take the lead, and Jam Celebrity is second. Then Ramiro's on the outside third. Ram is racing fourth, and Seasonal and Delta Rose, and on the outside is Annabella Bianco. Then it is back to Fire the Rocket and Frankenspeed, and they race their way onto the opening quarter. Marcus Downridge with the front at 4-1. Marcus Downridge, long shot. Jam Celebrity is second, and then Ramiro has found a seat on the inside third in front of Ram and Delta Rose as they race around the turn. Annabella Bianco, Fire the Rocket, and then it is back to Frankenspeed, and they race the way off the turn. The field comes on towards us. Marcus Downridge, Paul McKenzie with the front. Jam Celebrity is racing position second. Third in line is Ramiro on the inside as the field races their way on past us. Ramiro has popped out to come first over, giving cover to Ram, and also on the outside is Fire the Rocket. Then it is back to Delta Rose and Frankenspeed and Annabella Bianco. 102-2 the halftime. 32-second panel. Marcus Downridge, Ramiro trying to chip away is just a length back. Racing on the outside third is Ram, and fourth is Jam Celebrity. As they work their way on down the back stretch, it is still Marcus Downridge the one to beat, but Ramiro is getting closer. Marcus Downridge and Ramiro, and then also coming is Ram, 3 wide. Ramiro slim lead. Ram 3 deep, and on the inside is Marcus Downridge. Then Jam Celebrity and Delta Rose as the field turns for home. Ram and Ramiro the top two, and Marcus Downridge has dropped back to third. Ram as they turn for home, and Damien McClellan center of the track is Ramiro down to the inside. Marcus Downridge 3 across the track as they come to the finish, and it's going to be a close finish, but Ram on the outside appeared to get the job done. Then second is between Marcus Downridge and Ramiro. 2:04-1. Ram. There is the winner. It's number 3, Ram. Damien McClellan is the winning driver. 4-year-old Royalty for Life Bay horse, owned by Jim Wilson. Corey Further, the trainer. Third win this season. Fourth lifetime for Ram. 2:04-1. The first race, payouts 3 Ram, 320 to 32.10. 1 Marcus Downridge, 350 and 250. 6 Ramiro, 240. $2 exactor, 10.90. Dollar try, 10.40. Dollar super, 127.90. 20-cent super, 25.58. First race order finish from the top 261 943 785. That's 261 943 785. Field on post parade 1 is Salisbury Cami, Austin Sorry for Gerard Demers. Number 2 is Handsome Hank, Brett McDonough for Caitlin Graham. Three is Willow Time, Tyler Jones for Herb Holland and Vincenzo Strangis. Number 4 is Crown Monarch, Justin Turcotte for Michelle Tartan, Verinder Gill, and Terry Cameron. Number 5 is The Fixer, Paul McKenzie for David Fry. And number 6, Wheelin' and Steelin', George Catros for Mary Catros. Field of 6, race number 2. Let's get a look at this field. We'll start with number 3, Willow Time. And, well, Willow Time is one that made $85,000 last year in 32 starts. A pretty good 4-year-old campaign. One thing to be concerned, hasn't raced since the 22nd of December. But Willow Time did qualify at Mohawk February the 13th, and so comes back on a tight rotation from the qualifier. Look, one with a ton of back class, 558,000 lifetime. Willow Time certainly returning to action, down from some of the tough company that he has faced. When you look on the program, you see him in with some pretty snug horses. Willow Time and Tyler Jones, 3-5. Number 4, Crown Monarch, was a very strong winner here last time out. Blasted the front from post 8, and yet had enough in the tank to win by almost 5 lengths. It was hugely impressive. Now, does move up and face tougher, but that was really a good start. Justin Turcotte and Crown Monarch, 7-2. Number 1, Salisbury Cami. Salisbury Cami was able to win here last time out from post 7, went to the front, took a little while getting there, parked early, but then still was strong enough to win by a length and a half. Up facing tougher here, Salisbury Cami, but gets the inside. And the barn of Gerard Demers has been hot, and Austin Sorry's off to a flying start to 2026. Salisbury Cami, 5-2. And number 5, The Fixer, was a winner against a lesser field here 2 races ago. Last race only picked up a 4th. That was in this class, but got away well back 7th. Maybe we'll get away a little bit closer. The Fixer and Paul McKenzie for David Fry is currently on the board at 7-2. My top one is number 3, Willow Time, 4-5. Gate is rolling for race number 2, Salisbury Cami. Handsome Hank on the inside. In the center, Willow Time and Crown Monarch, and to the outside, The Fixer and Wheelin' and Steelin'. Field of 6 for the second race. They've reached the top of the stretch. Here they come. The field for the second race. Gathering speed, approaching the start. They're at the start of the rough, and Handsome Hank is going to leave well. Crown Monarch, The Fixer, and Wheelin' and Steelin'. Then on the inside, Salisbury Cami. Willow Time broke stride. Crown Monarch is able to drive up now, and Crown Monarch has got the lead. It's an advantage of a length and a half. Salisbury Cami second. Handsome Hank is third. The Fixer is fourth away, and then Wheelin' and Steelin' is back racing fifth. It is Crown Monarch who's got the lead as they've raced their way on past that opening quarter. And Crown Monarch, even money on the board. Salisbury Cami filling the pocket. Handsome Hang is racing third. And then the Fixer is fourth in line in front of Wheelin' and Steelin'. And Willow Time has a lot of work to do after an early break in stride. Crown Monarch leads it right now by a length and a half. Salisbury Cami enjoying the view in the pocket at 5-1 on the back of the even money Crown Monarch. And now on the outside, Wheelin' and Steelin' is up and driving first over. Handsome Hank is racing fourth. Willow Time is fifth, and sixth is the Fixer. 102 halftime. Crown Monarch and Justin Turcotte leads the field of the 5/8. On the outside, Wheelin' and Steelin' now has come on and is racing second. Wheelin' and Steelin' at 40-1 wants to try to steal away the lead from Crown Monarch, and Salisbury Cami is third. Willow Time has made a recovery and is sent out to deep now as they race their way on towards three quarters, and it is still Crown Monarch leading. Wheelin' and Steelin'. Willow Time is out wide on the inside, Salisbury Cami. Then it is the Fixer and Handsome Hank of the field is about to turn for home. Crown Monarch is still leading the way. Wheelin' and Steelin's racing second. Salisbury Cami on the inside and Willow Time on down the stretch prime. And it is still Crown Monarch. Crown Monarch is cruising. Is going to take it. Salisbury Cami was able to hold on for a second. Then it looked like Handsome Hank and Wheelin' and Steelin'. 202 flat. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race number 2 is number 4, Crown Monarch. Winning drive to Justin Turcotte, who's also the trainer. The owners Michelle Letard and Verinder Gill and Terry Cameron. Crown Monarch's a 5-year-old father, Patrick Bay horse. Second win this season, second in a row, and 9th lifetime for Crown Monarch. The second race payouts for Crown Monarch: 420, 290, 290. 1 Salisbury Cami, 390, 332. Handsome Hank, 580. $2 exact or $14.70. Dollar try, $38. Dollar super, 307.65. 20-cent super, 61.53. Double of 3 and 4, 850. Second race over finish from the top. 2 3 5 1 6 4. That's 2 3 5 1 6 4 on the bottom. Field for the third on parade. One is our Royal Port, Austin Surrey for Gerard Demers. Number two is Royalty Beer, Sammy Filia for J.F. McGuire. Number three is Goober Smack, Travis Cullen for Suzanne Kerwood and S&R Racing. Number four is Hey Ralphie, Brady Golliers for Robert Reed and David Shea. Five, He's So Hot, Hand of a Ryan Guy for Doug Brown and Todd Coleman and Jackson Whittam and James Gillum. Number seven is Third Time's the Dream, Scott Quilter for Jim Ellis. And number six, Run Like Hill, Jason Ryan for Francis Gimet. Well, fans, number two, Royalty Beer, 8-5, the favorite right now. And my pick of the night. And look, raced in this class last time out, had the lead a long way. The veteran Arrakis managed to get by Royalty Beer. I was surprised, but probably went just a little bit too quick early and paid for it late. But still, it was a pretty solid mile here, a mile of 56. Royalty Beer is a very talented veteran trotter, 7-year-old that has made more than 440,000, had 16 wins last year. I expect Royalty Beer to belly up to the bar here and get the last call, 2-1. Others, number four, Hey Ralphie, is one that finished right behind Royalty Beer last race, finishing third, and also was right there in the hunt, came from way off the pace to be beaten just 3/4 of a length, put in a good third panel to get up close. Hey Ralphie to get a red-hot Brady Golliers for Robert Reed. Hey Ralphie, 5-2, is a win candidate. Number one, our Royal Port. Big year last year, just 17 starts, 13 top threes, though, was consistently good. Last time out at London was a heavy favorite, but made an early break. Start before it dominated a lesser field at London. Inside post position can get off the gate, but first order business will have to be staying flat. Strong hot connections, Austin Surrey, Gerard Demers, 3-1. And number three, Goober Smack is one that at times can step up with a big effort. Hasn't raced in a while, though. Hasn't raced since back in October. But this is one that might find this a tough spot to come back into the action, but still overall, I've seen this one race nicely in the past. Travis Cullen for Suzanne Kerwood. Susie often has success, and Travis Cullen, excellent driver. Goober Smack, 9-1. Field of 7, race number 3. My top pick is number 2, Royalty Beer at even money. Starter is called the field for race number 3. It'll be a Royal Port and Royalty Beer on the inside. In the center, it's a Goober Smack, Hey Ralphie, and He's So Hot Hanover. And to the outside, Run Like Hill, and Third Time's the Dream. Field of 7 for race number 3. Here they come. The third race trotters in the stretch, gathering speed. There at the start of the round. Royalty Beer, he's so hot, hand over the first couple driving, and our Royal Port is away smoothly along to the inside, but it is Royalty Beer who's got the lead. He's so hot, hand over second, and our Royal Port was moving smoothly, but then got rough and went off stride. Hey, Ralphie is third, Goober Smack is fourth, and then Run Like Hill and third time's the dream, and they raced their way onto the opening quarter. And it is Royalty Beer, 1-2 on the board with the lead, and it's in front of He's So Hot Hanover, 15-1 plugged into the pocket. Hey, Ralphie is racing third, Goober Smack fourth, and then Run Like Hill and third time's the dream. Royalty Beer and Sammy Fillion leading 29-2 opening quarter and filling the pocket. He's So Hot Hanover. They race the way off the turn. Now here comes Hey Ralphie. Hey Ralphie's followed on the outside by Goober Smack. Run Like Hill is fifth to the inside. Then third time's the dream, and our Royal Port is trailing. It's Royalty Beer. 1 minute and 3/5 halftime. Royalty Beer and Sammy Filia, much better half this week. And Royalty Beer leading by about a length and 3/4. Hey Ralphie racing second. He's So Hot Hanover third. Goober Smack is now on the outside looking to take over third, but it is still Royalty Beer who's got the lead. Royalty Beer and Hey Ralphie. Royalty Beer is just cruising on top right now. Leads at a length and 3/4. Hey Ralphie is second. Goober Smack broke stride, and racing third is He's So Hot Hanover. Then it is Run Like Hill and third time's the dream. 1:28-4 is the 3/4 time on the field. Turns for home, and Royalty Beer is just cruising. Leads it by 3. Royalty Beer is dominating at the finish. Strong to take it by about 4 lengths. Hey Ralphie second. Then He's So Hot Hanover stuck around for third, and fourth was Run Like Hill. 1:57-4. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race number 3. It's number 2, Royalty Beer. 7-year-old Royalty for Life Pay gelding. Owned and trained by Jean-Francois Maguire. Sammy Fillion's the winning driver. It's the first win this year, 35th lifetime for Royalty Beer. 1:57-4. The third race payouts to Royalty Beer, 310, 210, 210. 4, Hey Ralphie, 230, 210. 5, He's So Hot Hanover, 330. $2 exactor, $5.90. Dollar Try 25.30. Dollar Super 250.10. 20-cent Super 50.02. The third race, order of finish from the top, in program order, 7-1-6-2-3-4-5. That's 7-1-6-2-3-4-5 on the bottom. on post parade for race number 4. 1 is Frenchie Hanover, Mark McDonnell for Sandy Lawrence. 2 is Scratched, and 3 is Off-Road Hanover, Dale Spence for Jim Whalen and Dr. Angela Whalen and Robert Eaton. Number 5, Shutter Green, Travis Henry for Mark Etzel and Grant Turner and Peter Porter and Graham Hopkins. Number 4 is Major Bank, Scott Calder, Mike White, Niaski, and Earl Joseph. And number 6, Morally Flexible, Jason Ryan for Francis Gumet and Daniel Thoreau. Field of 5 for race number 4. Let's look at some of the main players in here. Number 4, Major Bank. Well, is going to need a major form reversal. Was 10th at Mohawk last race, but one that should enjoy getting away from there. You look further down the page, you see that this one raced against some pretty tough company. And look at last year, did make more than $2,000 a start. Major Bank, I think, can turn it around here. And with the class drop and venue change, and this will be the second start off of a long layoff. Was off a couple of months before that last start. And Major Bank and Scotty Coulter, 4-5. Number 1, Frenchie Hanover. Well, gets a better post. Has been on the outside the last couple times. And you look further down the page, you see this one racing a little bit better. Was at Batavia back in late fall, and then here early in January had a decent fourth from a trailer post. Maybe post 1, Frenchie Hanover and Mark McDonnell can be more of a factor. Good earner last year overall, 7-5. He's getting quite a bit of love. And number 6, Morally Flexible, 3 consecutive wins coming into this dash. Now moves up, was in 9,500 claiming condition, but still you do see 5 wins on the page since the middle of December. Morally Flexible and Jason Ryan for the fine barn of Francis Gumet, 11-1. There might be the value play. And number 3, Off-Road Hanover, was a 4th last time out, and Off-Road Hanover raced reasonably well. I think is one that you could use towards the bottom of the ticket here. Off-Road Hanover, Dale Spence for Jim Whalen, 9-1. Number 4, Major Bank is the 4-5 favorite. Gate is rolling for the 4th. Frenchie Hanover, Off-Road Hanover on the inside. In the center, Major Bank. Into the outside, Shutter Green and Morally Flexible. Field of 5 for the 4th race. Gathering speed approaching the start. And Major Bank has gone off stride. Off-Road Hanover and Frenchie Hanover on the inside, the first couple to leave out. Then Shutter Green and Morally Flexible. Field works around that first turn. Frenchie Hanover's got the lead. Off stride, Shutter Green. Off-Road Hanover is second. Morally Flexible is third. Those 3 with separation from the trailing 2 that both broke stride, and they are Shutter Green and Major Bank. It's Frenchie Hanover 2-5 on the board now. leads as they race their way on past that opening quarter. Off-Road Hanover is racing second. Morally Flexible is still in the hunt third. Is about 3.5 off lead. 30-1 opening panel. Frenchie Hanover at 2-5 has got things right now all his own way as they race off the turn, and the field comes on towards us. And racing position to second, that is Off-Road Hanover. And then position to third is Morally Flexible. On past the half they go. And Frenchie Hanover, she took them to the half in 101 and 3, with Off-Road Hanover racing position second. And then third in line is Morally Flexible, and Major Bang is now fourth as they race on down the backstretch. Frenchie Hanover and Off-Road Hanover. Those two is separated by about a length and 3/4, and they head on up to the 3/4 off that half of 101 and 3. Frenchie Hanover still holding sway. Off-Road Hanover is second. 3/4, 131 and 3. Frenchie Hanover and Off-Road Hanover, and then racing third, Morally Flexible. Major Bank is fourth as the field is reaching for the top of the stretch. It's all Frenchie Hanover that leads about 2.25 right now over Off-Road Hanover. On down the stretch drive they come. Frenchie Hanover still has lots in reserve. Frenchie Hanover is going to win. Off-Road Hanover was a solid second, beaten a length and a half. Morally Flexible third, and Major Bank fourth, a mile of 2:01. Back in front of us, the winner of race 4, won Frenchie Hanover. Mark McDonnell, the winning driver. The owner and trainer, Sandy Lawrence, first win on this season, 12th lifetime. Frenchie Hanover is a 6-year-old international Money Bay mare. The fourth race payouts: 1 Frenchie Hanover, 280, 210, 210. 3 Off-Road Hanover, 450, 280. 6 Morally Flexible, 360. $2 exact rate 10, dollar try 11.40, dollar super $34, dollar pick 3 is 12.05. fourth race over a finish in the top is a 1 scratch 2 4 5 3. That's 1 scratch 2 4 5 3 in the bottom. for the fifth on parade, one, He's Got Swagger, Travis Henry for Tess Waxman at Niagara Gold Buyer Incorporated. Number 2 is Flamboro, Seals Republicans for Daryl Levern, Leanna and Stephen Davidson. 3, Macalco, Dale Spence for Darren Rayner and Mary Harris. And number 4 is Music to My Gears, Semi-Filia for Ken Middleton Jr. Number 6 is Dan Speed, Austin Sorey for Gerard Demers and Yannick Marquis. And 5 is G.A. Speed Sammy, Brady Colliers for Courtney Bishop. Number 7 is Early Play, Alan Malloy for Jody Cullen and Megan Sweet. And number 8 is Papiamento, Damian McClellan for Kayla Hendry. It's a field of 8 for race number 5. Well, let's get a look at this field, and we'll start with the veteran, number 4, Music to My Gears, 14-year-old off of 21 wins last year. Has a couple this year, was a good winner here last time out in this class. I thought really looked sharp at the finish, and it was a good mile, 54-4. They were working at it, and yet Music to My Gears had plenty in the tank still at the finish. And Music to My Gears and Semi-Filia for Ken Middleton Jr. I think is the one to beat, 6-5. The fans disagree. Number 5, G.A. Speed Sammy, I thought is the one that's the biggest threat to Music to My Gears because raced really well last race. Courtney Bishop's barn has been on fire this year, and Brady Collier certainly has put up strong numbers. G.A. Speed Sammy's also a veteran with some back class, and G.A. Speed Sammy, that's a huge value at 8-1. Man, I would jump all over that if that price was to hold, but I don't think it would. Number 6, Dan Speed, raced reasonably well here last race to finish 3rd, and Dan Speed overall was good in the class below this for a couple of starts. In fact, a dominant win in the bottom class February the 1st. Dan Speed and Austin Sorey for Gerard Demers. Got to be taken seriously. The connections are really sharp right now. Dan Speed, 14-1. And number 1, He's Got Swagger, well, 64 lifetime wins. Only a 4th last time out. Got parked early and finished 4th, but still, this is one that was pretty darn good last year. 11-year-old that has some gate speed and an inside post and could get a better trip today. And He's Got Swagger, Travis Henry for Tess Waxman, 2-1. Number 4, Music to My Gears. The money has come now, 1-2 on the board. Gate is rolling for race 5. He's Got Swagger, Favero, Silster, Macalco on the inside. In the center, Music to My Gears and G.A. Speed Sammy. And to the outside, Dan Speed, Early Play, and Papiamento. It's a field of 8 for race number 5. Here they come. And the field for the 5th race. In the stretch, nearing the start. There at the start of the rough end, Music to My Gears is going to make some music early. Also popping out is Papiamento with Dan Speed. And on the inside, He's Got Swagger. It's He's Got Swagger and Music to My Gears dueling early. He's Got Swagger insisting on the lead. Music to My Gears, and Sammy will take back and find the pocket. And then racing third is Favero Silster as they race their way on up towards the opening quarter. Dan Speed took to the outside. But it is He's Got Swagger who's got the early advantage. Music to My Gears is second. Favaro Silster third. Then racing fourth is Dan Speed as they work their way off the turn. Then it is back further to McCalco, and they race the way off the turn. He's got Swagger 7-2 on the board. Has the lead right now. Advantage over Music to My Gears is right now 2.25 lengths, and racing third Favaro Silster. Dan Speed took to the outside. Then it was back to McCalco and GA Speed Sammy, and the trailing pair are Early Play and Papiamento, 57-3 halftime. He's got Swagger, is looking very strong right now. Leads by 2.25. Music to My Gears is just hoping to stay close right now and then rally late as they head on to 3/4. He's got Swagger, Music to My Gears, Dan Speed, and Favaro Silster. He's got Swagger at 7-2 in front of the heavily favored Music to My Gears, who's 1-5 on the board. And that lead is still a couple of lengths right now. And now on the outside, taking over second, Dan Speed. Dan Speed is closing in on He's Got Swagger. Music to My Gears is racing third. And then McCalco is out wide. And also coming is GA Speed Sammy. They're fanned out, and GA Speed Sammy looks sharp. And then scooting up the inside right now is Music to My Gears. Music to My Gears, and on the outside, GA Speed Sammy. GA Speed Sammy appeared to win. Music to My Gears, and He's Got Swagger were on the inside. GA Speed Sammy in race number 5. There's a look at GA Speed Sammy. Brady Gollier is the winning driver. 11-year-old Shanghai Phil Bay Gelding, owned and trained by Courtney Bishop. Third win this season, 38th lifetime for GA Speed Sammy. Fifth race, payouts 5, GA Speed Sammy, 12:30, 360, 290. 4, Music to My Gears, 210, 210. 1, He's Got Swagger, 250. $2 exactor, 28.70. Dollar try, 12.15. 20-cent high 5, 102.47. 20-cent pick 5, 36.77. Fifth race, order of finish from the top down is at 38621,457. That is 38621,457 on the bottom. Field 4, race number 6 on parade. 1 is LMC Little Chipsdale, Spence from Mackenzie Spence. Number 2 is Magic's Angel Eyes. Andre Coyne drives and trains for Don Lesheed. 3 is 10 Karat Gold, Sammy Filia for Shane Weber and Tom and Elizabeth Rankin. And 4 is Charmbo Chip, Scott Calder for Marissa Miller and Martin Kempfer. Number 5 is Mac the Knight, Jay Harris for Joe Pereira and Chris Menina. 6 is Darkness Cooks, Austin Surrey for Greg Graham and Sherry Graham and Tim Gallant. And number 7 is Overend, Brent McDonald for Ron McDonald. Let's get a look at this field for race number 6. Number 7, Over End, is one that made an early break at London last race, so was taken right out of it. But the start just before that was a winner in a maiden class at Mohawk by almost 5 lengths. Now that is the first win in a couple of seasons and second lifetime, but still Over End, sent up by Ron McDonald, and Ron's got huge numbers this year. 20 wins in 68 starters and also 13 runner-up finishes over End and Brett McDonald. Despite an outside post position, I think this one is a good play in here. 10-1. Of course, first order business will need to stay flat, but you see plenty of good form on the page with Over End before that last race. Number 4, Charmbo Chip, is one that was really good here before last race. Last race had post 7, did not get away as well, wasn't as much of a factor in the race, but the 3 previous starts all strong. Charmbo Chip is likely to be a big player in here. Scotty Calder for Marissa Miller. 5-1 value there. Number 6, Darkness Cooks, no value, 7-5 on the board, and is one that finished a third last time out and raced in this class, and also the 2 previous starts also third, and they were just beaten by half a length, whereas last time out a length and 3/4. So 3 pretty strong performances at this level. Darkness Cooks and Austin Surrey for Greg Graham. He is getting a lot of love at 6-5. And number 1, LMC Little Chips, well, inside post position, might be able to get off the gate well enough to use the post to pick up a minor share. Was racing at London the last few starts and got a third and a fourth in the last couple. I think on the inside one you can squeeze onto the ticket, 6-1. But my top one is number 7, Over End, at 5-1. Fans note we now have a scratch of number 1, LMC Little Chips. Race 6, scratch 1, LMC Little Chips. Gate is rolling for race number 6, Magic's Angel Eyes and 10 karat gold on the inside. In the center, it's Charmbro Chip and Mac the Knight. And to the outside, Darkness Cooks and Over End. Field of 6, race number 6, here they come. Field for the 6th race is at the start of the rough, and Darkness Cooks will leave out well. Down to the inside is Magic's Angel Eyes, an early break in stride from Mac the Knight, and it is Magic's Angel Eyes who's got the lead. 10 karat gold is second, and then Over End has come away third, and Darkness Cooks is racing fourth now, but Magic's Angel Eyes with the lead over 10 karat gold, and Over End got out well from an outside post to be racing third in front of the favorite Darkness Cooks, who is fourth, 7-5 on the board. They race on to the opening quarter. Magic's Angel Eyes and Andre Goy with the lead over 10 karat gold. Advantage is 2 lengths right now, then a gap of a length and a half, and Over End is third. Darkness Cooks is racing position fourth as the field comes off the turn and heads on towards us. Magic's Angel Eyes is 2-1 on the board and holds a lead right now of a length and a half with 10 karat gold up a little closer in the pocket. And Over End is racing position third, and then Darkness Cooks is fourth, and then well back Charmbro Chip, and further back to Mac the Knight, who made an early break. Halftime was 1 minute 1/5. Magic's Angel Eyes leading as they work their way into the backstretch. 10 karat gold is second. Over End is on the inside, and now Darkness Cooks is going to come to the outside and is working first over. Darkness Cooks now, and now 10 karat gold pop out of the pocket. 10 karat gold is in pursuit of Magic's Angel Eyes as they race their way up towards 3/4 off that half of 1 minute and 1/5, 3/4, 1:31 and 1. And now it is 10 karat gold, Magic's Angel Eyes, and Over End. Darkness Cooks now third. Over End is racing fourth, and the field is about to turn for home. And down the stretch drive they come. 10 karat gold has got the lead, but Darkness Cooks on the outside. 10 karat gold, though, is tough to the finish and is going to win him. 10 karat gold's now able to stride out with Over End finishing second, then Darkness Cooks and Magic's Angel Eyes. 2-1 and 2. There's look at the winner, 10 karat gold. Sammy Filia, the winning drive. 10 karat gold, 4-year-old run director Bay Gelding, owned by Tom and Elizabeth Rankin, trained by Shane Weber. First win this season, 4th lifetime. 10 karat gold. The sixth race payouts number 3, 10 karat gold, 640, 530, and 210. 7 over Ren, 690, 280, 6 darkness cooks, 210. $2 exactor is 63.90. Dollar try, 85.20. Dollar super run. Dollar super 166.10. 20-cent super 33.22. 20-cent pick 4 18.85. Sixth race, so her finish from the top is a scratch 415632. That's scratch 415632 on the bottom. Field on post parade. There is one. Missy's Magic Man. Bertie Collier's for Melissa Loyer. Number 2 is Final Dream. Sammy Foley for Daryl Laver, Leanne Davidson, and James Grant. And number 3 is Belvedere Jessica, Shane Weber for Dr. Mike Veneri. 4 is Magic Hush, Brett McDonough for Dr. John Chandler. 5 is Bucky's Angel, Wayne McLean for Beverly Rice. And note that number 6 is Bandura, Austin Sorry for Gerard Demers and Paul Levine. Field of 6 for race number 7. Field of 6 trotters. Let's get a look at this field. And, well, number 6, Bandura, is one that drops in class for this start. And you do see this one racing pretty effectively against tougher. You go back January 1st here in a much tougher class, was second. And I think Bandura, down at this level, could be dangerous. Bandura does have some gate speed, might be able to blast out from post 6 and at least get forwardly placed and then pounce from there. You get Austin Sorey, Gerard Demers. Hot combination right now. Bandura 3-2. Co-favored along with 1 Missy's Magic Man. Missy's Magic Man. Bertie Collier's has been on a really good tear since coming to Ontario from south of the border. Missy's Magic Man, sent up by Melissa Loyer, and this is one that was pretty good last year. A veteran with lots of back class who still has something left in the tank, was second here last race, and that was in this class from post 7 and got out well, so probably will get out well from the inside. Missy's Magic Man, 5-2. Number 2, Final Dream, is coming in off of back-to-back top 3 finishes. Now makes a first start for Daryl Laver, claimed of that last start and gets a bit better post position. Sammy Filya looks for the driving hat trick. Equipment change, blinkers to side rolls, and Final Dream and Sammy Filya 9-1. And number 5, Bucky's Angel, raced better last race, so maybe can come right back and be a top 3 factor again. Bucky's Angel, Wayne McLean driving and training. Bucky's Angel at 2-1. Number 6, Bandura is my top one, 6-5, the favorite. Gate is rolling for the 7th, Missy's Magic Man. And Final Dream on the inside. In the center, Belvedere Jessica and Magic Hush. And to the outside, Bucky's Angel and Bandura. It's a field of 6 for race number 7. And the field for the 7th race is at the start. And they're off. And getting out quickest of all is Bandura. Bandura charging on into that first turn. Belvedere Jessica on the inside. Missy's Magic Man. Missy's Magic Man has the lead right now. And then racing position second is right now Belvedere Jessica. Final Dream third. And racing fourth, Bandura. Then Magic Hush and back to Bucky's Angel. Missy's Magic Man has the lead as they work their way on around the turn. Missy's Magic Man. Final Dream racing second. Belvedere Jessica is third as they're coming off the turn. Magic Hush now is racing positioned fourth and is in front of Bucky's Angel. And they work their way off the turn, and the field comes on towards us, and back trailing the field is Bandura, Missy's Magic Man, and Brady Golliers with the front. Final Dream is right there in the pocket. Now Magic Hush is up and driving, and on the inside, Belvedere Jessica, and then it is Bucky's Angel and Bandura with a lot of work to do. Trailing the field, they work their way into the back stretch of a half of 1 minute and 3, and an opening quarter at 29 and 3. Missy's Magic Man and Brady Golliers has a lead of a length and 3/4. Final Dream is second as they work their way on towards 3/4, and then Belvedere Jessica, and they hustle on to 3/4. Magic Hush now takes third. Belvedere Jessica fourth. Missy's Magic Man by 3/4 in 1:31. Missy's Magic Man. Final Dream still has to make up about 2 lengths right now, and then racing position third. Belvedere Jessica as the field is about to turn for home. On down the stretch drive they come. Missy's Magic Man just keeps on trucking. Missy's Magic Man and Final Dream. Missy's Magic Man is going to win. Final Dream second. Bucky's Angel came on late to pick up third. Belvedere Jessica fourth. Mile of 2:02 and 1. Coming back in front of us is one Missy's Magic Man. Brady Golliers with the driving double on the evening. 10-year-old Cadabra Bay gelding, only trained by Melissa Loyer. Second win this year, and the 38th win lifetime for Missy's Magic Man. 2:02 and 1. Seventh race payouts: 1, Missy's Magic Man, $6.50, $4, $3.50. 2, Final Dream, $4.90, $3.50. 5, Bucky's Angel, $4.40. $2 exactor, $23.20. $1 try, $24.50. $1 super, $146.50. 20-cent super, $29.30. Seventh race over a finish from the top is a 1, 2, 4, 5, 3, 6. That's 1, 2, 4, 5, 3, 6 on the bottom. Field for the 8th race on parade. 2 Summer Young, Tyler Jones for Laura Toscani. Number 3, Seeking Salvation. John Thompson drives and trains and owns. Number 5, Masterwork. Sammy Fillier of J.F. McGuire and Jean Dallaire and Gino Bilodeau. There is number 4, Dalquist Hanover. Bertie Golliers for Gary Murner and Gino Toscani. Number 7 is Double Dippin', Brett McDonald for Sarah by Edoja. There is 6, No One, Austin Soray for Gerard Demers and Francois Baran. And note that 1 is Arrakis, Jason Ryan for Francis Guimet. Well, we'll get a look at this field with start by number 4, Dalquist Hanover. Last time out at Mohawk, blasted to the front from post 10 and was able to win there in 56 and 4. Look, this is one that's just a really nice trotter. 6-year-old that has made $220,000. Sent up by Gary Murner. Strong barn. Bertie Golliers looks for the hat trick on the evening. Dalquist Hanover, I think's got to be considered in this class the one to beat. Dalquist Hanover, off of a bunch of starts at Mohawk, but off that win last time out, 6-5. Number 7, Double Dippin', is off of 3 consecutive wins. Really looked sharp here last time. That was in this class. Went to the front from post 4 and won by 2 lengths. 3 wins in 5 tries this year. Had only 2 wins last year, but already 3 this year. Brett McDonald for Sarah by Adejan. Double Dippin', looking for a 4th scoop. Double Dippin' is 7-2. Number 3, Seeking Salvation, has really looked good since coming back off of the layoff. Had a troubled start January the 2nd at Mohawk, but since then has really been strong, and especially the last 3, a win, a 2nd, and a 3rd. Seeking Salvation, and John Thompson is a contender at 5-1. And number 1, Arrakis, well, 66 lifetime wins. The last 2 wins came in the last 2 starts. 4 wins on the page since December the 11th. Arrakis just keeps on racking up wins now. Final year of his career, 14-year-old Jason Ryan for Francis Guimet, but doesn't look like he's tired of winning. Wants to add a few more before he packs it in. Arrakis 12-1, offering value. Gate is rolling for race number 8. It's Arrakis and Summer Young on the inside. In the center, Seeking Salvation, Dalquist Hanover, and Masterwork. And to the outside, No One and Double Dippin'. Field of 7 for race number 8. And the The field is at the start of the off and Seeking Salvation. Double dipping from the outside is also blasting with Arrakis and then Summer Young. The field sprints around that first turn, and Arrakis is able to grab the lead. Seeking Salvation is second. Then Dalquist Hanover is on the outside, racing third now. Then it is Summer Young and Double Dippin' and Masterwork as they race their way onto the opening quarter. Arrakis at 4-1 has the lead. Arrakis Seeking Salvation is racing second, but on the outside now seeking the lead. Dalquist Hanover. Dalquist Hanover is going to come on and clear to the front. Arrakis is now racing, filling the pocket, and Seeking Salvation is third. Then fourth is Summer Young. Then it is back to Double Dippin' and Masterwork, and no one is trailing the field. And it is Arrakis who's got the lead as they race up towards the half. Arrakis and Brady Golliers with a lead of about 3 lengths right now. Arrakis is second and Seeking Salvation is third as Dalquist Hanover took them to the half in 57-1. Now to the outside, Masterwork is showering fourth as they work on into the backstretch with Summer Young. Then it is back to Double Dippin' and no one but Dalquist Hanover 1-5 on the board is getting away. Leads by 5 or 6 lengths right now. Arrakis is racing position second, Seeking Salvation and Masterwork. Dalquist Hanover just keeps on marching and widening out the advantage. It's out to a half dozen lengths, and Arrakis is racing second, Seeking Salvation sharing third with Masterwork, and racing fifth is Double Dippin', but it's a one-horse story right now. That one horse is Dalquist Hanover, who leads by about 9 lengths as they turn for home. Dalquist Hanover can cruise now, and Brady Golliers with the driving hat trick. Dalquist Hanover crushes the field, wins it by about 14 lengths. Then Arrakis, Masterwork, and Double Dippin'. 155-4. There is Brady Golliers, the driving hat trick. Dalquist Hanover, 6-year-old Walner Bay gelding by Gino Toscani, trained by Gary Murner. Second win on the season, 20th lifetime for Dalquist Hanover. 155-4. Fans, the inquiry sign will go up. The judges looking at the start for possible broken equipment. The judges reviewing the start. Fans note the judge's ruling that number 5 Masterwork suffered broken equipment before the start. A refund on 5 Masterwork. Fans, the new top 4. The new numbers on the board 4173. That's 4173. Eighth race payouts number 4 Dahlquist Hanover 230, 210, 210. One rack is 250, 210. 7 double dippin' 230. $2 exactor 490. Dollar try 615. Dollar super $23.20. Super 460. Eighth race, so for a finish from the top, 2751. 3 refund 64. That's 2751 refund 64 on the bottom. on post parade for the ninth. One Bettor's Rush. Brent McDonough, Jason Woodward, and Mike Fiodaramo. Number 2, Go 9-0, Travis Henry for Tess Waxman and Noah and Addie and Jacob Waxman. 3 is Super FM, Tyler Jones for Pierre Marc Longpre and Kellyanne Tessier. Number 4 is Big Bad Jackson, Scott Calder for Lower Ireland and Ken Oliver. Number 5, Silverback Jack, Sammy Filia for Robert Kyle Fellows, Marissa Wilson. Number 6, Senior Advisor, Brady Golliers for Courtney Bishop and John McQueen. Number 7, Manhattan Joe, Malik Smith for Tyler Slotman. 9 is I'd Imagine, Damien McClellan for Austin McEnany and Zachary Zanuzzi and David Ducharme. And number 8 is Dance on the Moon, Austin Surrey for Dean Nixon. It's a field of 9 for race number 9. Let's get a look at this field. I want to start with number 4, Big Bad Jackson. And, well, Big Bad Jackson's really been good the last couple races. Now, look, the winner was long gone. Big Bad Jackson was 17 lengths back at the quarter, and because the winner was so far out in front, Big Bad Jackson could only come on to finish second, but still from last early to finish second, still a strong performance, and Big Bad Jackson was a winner at the start before this last one. Big Bad Jackson overall, I think, is the one to beat, and Scotty Calder for Lower Ireland, 5-2. Number 1, Bettor's Rush, was better last race, beaten just 1 length, and Bettor's Rush, that was a start February the 12th that Big Bad Jackson won. Of course, Big Bad Jackson's had one start since then. Bettor's Rush off that last race and an inside post and some gate speed. Brent McDonough for Jason Woodward. Bettor's Rush is 5-1. Number 6, Senior Advisor, Brady Golliers for Courtney Bishop. Very strong tandem. Courtney's just been on a heater, and Brady Golliers just keeps racking up wins. And Senior Advisor, equipment change, open bridle to blinkers. The recent form, the last 3 not great, but drops a level. And look, the last 2 times this one was at this level. Winner Gagnon. So Senior Advisor has got to be taken very seriously, 3-1. And number 9, I'd Imagine. Well, it's the trailer post, and that's difficult. Had post 8 last time. Was good here just 2 races ago at this level. Then last race faced a tougher and a tough post and wasn't a factor. I'd imagine that the 9-horse here is going to come back and be a factor for a share. Damien McClellan for Austin McEnany, 6-1. My top one is number 4, Big Bad Jackson, but I'm a little bit afraid of Senior Advisor and the hot connections right now. Field for the 9th race is nearing the start. And And they're off. And Senior Advisor is going to blast with Dance on the Moon on the outside. And also getting a Better's Rush and Go 9-0. And Better's Rush using that post-one advantage to rush out and get the lead. Dance on the Moon is still dancing on the outside. Senior Advisor is third away. Then it is Manhattan Joe and Go 9-0. And back to I'd Imagine. Big Bad Jackson is seventh right now. Then it is back further to Silverback Jack as they race their way onto the open quarter. Dance on the Moon was able to take the lead. Better's Rush is racing second. Manhattan Joe as a parked third. Senior Advisor fourth. 29-1 opening quarter. Go 9-0 is racing fifth in front of I'd Imagine. Then it is back further to Big Bad Jackson. Silverback Jack and Super FM is trailing the field. Dance on the Moon leads as they race their way off the turn, and with Manhattan Joe parked and inside third, Better's Rush enjoying the view in the pocket. Here comes I'd Imagine now. Racing second over fourth. Senior Advisors locked down to the inside fifth, and Big Bad Jackson has come from off the pace and now is getting closer as they work into the backstretch. And then it is back to Go 9-0 and Super FM, and Silverback Jack is trailing the field. Dance on the Moon leads as they hustle on to three quarters. I'd Imagine is out three wide and is coming on. Dance on the Moon, and now I'd Imagine has taken over second. Better's Rush is on the inside, positioned to third as they hustle on by three quarters, 129-2. Big Bad Jackson is looming from fourth and is about 2 1/4 lengths off the lead. I'd Imagine is getting alongside Dance on the Moon, and it is I'd Imagine and Dance on the Moon. Better's Rush looking to dart up the inside, and Big Bad Jackson still with a lot of work to do. I'd Imagine as they come on down the stretch prime. I'd Imagine on the inside, Better's Rush. I'd Imagine is going to win. Better's Rush was second. Big Bad Jackson and Senior Advisor 158-3. There's the winner of the ninth race, Damien McClellan, the winning drive on 9 I'd Imagine. I'd Imagine is a 6-year-old Better's Delight Bay gelding, owned by Austin McEnany and Zachary Zanuzzi and David Ducharme and George Iftity. Austin McEnany is the trainer. First win on this season, 5th lifetime. I'd Imagine 158-3. Ninth race payouts, 9 I'd Imagine, 680, 350, 250, 1 Better's Rush, 320 and 230, and 4 Big Bad Jackson, 260, $2 exactor, 22.90, dollar try, 26.20, 20-cent high five, $100.94. The double of 4 and 9, $2 ticket is $6.50. Dollar pick 3, $17.65. And the 20-cent pick 4, $9.92. The ninth race over a finish from the top down is at 269-384-751. That's 269-384-751 on the bottom.